Okay and alright. I believe you can see me clearly. Alright, so you are welcome to my video, and it is another new trading week. I love the trading days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. I think that's my best part of the days. I don't love it when it is Saturday, and also I don't really like it when it is Sunday, but I do love it when it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. For real. Alright, so it is just it for it, and you are really welcome to my video, and I believe you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me, but whichever way you hear me, alright? So I just want to talk about event trading, and also a recap on the trade I took on Monday, which is today. Earlier today, like I think I entered this trade like around 1 a.m. and the trade happened to be a winning trade, which I made about 2 hours, which is like 1.1% of my account in that single trade. So that's just it for it, and the trade happened to play out well. But that's by the way. I'll do the recap and I'll show you the chart, and I'll show you what also made me enter the trade. Alright, but my main reason I want to do this video is revenge trading. Like, not that actually revenge trading, but I don't know why I feel like talking about it. So see, in this forex, if you really want to make money from this game called forex, bro, you have to trade like a robot. I'm still trying. I'm not saying that I'm actually trading like a robot now. I'm not yet even trading like a robot now, but I'm trying to trade like a robot. But the most funny thing is that emotion really has big parts to play in this game. Like the fact that you're a woman trying to trade forex, bro, it's not really that easy. You have to make a whole lot of emotional mistakes before you can identify the emotions you need to run out from or not to play to whenever you lose a trade, or you win a trade, or you are in a trade. See, trading is hard though. Trading is really hard. Not even entering a trade, not even predicting markets. Like, to predict market is even like the most simple thing in this journey. I won't lie to you. To predict market is like one of the most simple thing in this journey. For real, I swear. The hardest part of forex is the mental state and the emotional state. If your mentals is not right, bro, it's hard. How can you make your mentals right? You can't just wake up overnight and actually make your mentals right. You need to make series of mistakes. Like, so many people are very bad. Like, they feel bad making mistakes, or they don't want to make mistakes, or they are even scared of making mistakes. So many people, like, let me say 80% of the population in this world, they hate making mistakes. But whereas making mistakes is actually the key to learning. If you really want So that's just it for you, but that's by the way. I want to talk about revenge trading. I don't know why I want to talk about it, but let me just tell you, the easiest way to trade this forex is when you enter a trade, right? When you enter a trade and that trade happens to be a losing trade, let's say that trade end up hitting your stop loss, right? And you need to even make sure that you are even using stop loss. Like for the new traders, if you are not even using stop loss, sorry, but for the people that are using stop loss, if your trade gets your stop loss, right? If your trade gets your stop loss, just try your best to just don't even look at the chart. Like looking at the chart is even a sin at that moment, because see, I've been like 2 years in this forex space, like my whole forex experience, experiencing everything about forex. I've been in it like 2 years, but I've used like over 6 months learning about my strategy, or even 1 year learning about my strategy. But there's something I want to learn. I want to learn how to not to feel any emotion while I am in a trade, or if I hit stop loss, or if I hit stop loss, or if I miss a trade, or okay, that's the main thing. Hitting stop loss, miss a trade. If you miss a trade, it's painful. If you hit stop loss, it's painful. And which one again? If you run out of trade early, it's also painful as well. I won't lie to you. But all those things are those things that triggers emotion when you are in trading, right? All those things triggers your emotion. But let me tell you the truth. Regardless of whatever you do, bro, as long as you are a woman, right? You are a human being. You can't even run out from emotion. Like I've tried this thing for the past 1 year now. I've been trying not to like feel anything about the trade. Feel anything about any trade I'm going to enter. See, it's almost impossible not to feel emotion, for real. So why am I talking about emotion? Emotion is like the big player in this game. Emotion is like the big players in this game. So those emotions are going to come, but just try not to add to it. That's just the key. If you hit your stop loss, like 80% of what you'll be hearing in your head, feeling in your heart, right, is like probably enter the trade again to see if it's a winning trade. Try to enter the trade again. Sometimes the market used to manipulate. They might just use a candlestick, let me do slim candlestick to pinch your stop loss and to look as if it's going to your direction again. It's a trap, bro. It's a trap. All those things are just going to make you feel like, okay, this trade is going to go to your direction at the end of the day, to push you or force you to enter that trade, to re-enter that trade, which is revenge trading. At the end of the day, you just find out that you are wrong and you end up losing more than you are supposed to lose. So what does revenge trading does to you? It makes you lose more than you are supposed to lose. It makes you lose more than you are supposed to lose. That's what revenge trading actually does to a trader. So why am I saying this? Just try your best to create a plan. I have my own plan. How I manage my losing trade, how I run out from my winning trade, how I manage my emotions. Because all these things, I thought that I was not going to feel emotion at the time, but I won't lie to you, I've been in 2 years in this thing, more than, let me say, 2 years and some months. I still feel emotion in every fucking single trade. So this means that it's impossible not to feel this stuff. But what we can choose not to play by it. That's just the point. We can choose not to play by it. So revenge trading is a big thing. There are many things, but I just want to talk about revenge trading. Just try your best to stay out from charts. Whenever price get to your stop loss, at least it will help you. Even if you haven't gotten your strategy right, you haven't known how to like use your strategy right, bro. If you can avoid revenge trading, it's going to go a long way for you. So this is just it for it, and maybe I'll show you my recap on the trade I entered 3 a.m. or early, like it was in the midnight I entered that trade, like I think 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. I'll check Shama. I'm not really setting with the time, but whichever way I'll show you maybe later on. But just stay to the end of this video, right? It's going to be a long video, but just stay to the end to see what I'll be having for you in this trade recap. Alright, so this is just it for it, and I believe you gain 1 or 2 from an experienced trader trying to tell you some tips to avoid while in a trade. Alright, so do well to subscribe to this channel, because more insight are going to be coming out from this channel. Alright, and this is only one action effects, and see you in my chat. Alright, you are welcome to my screen. And I believe you can see it clearly. Right, so this is just it for it, and this is the trade I entered, and it is XAUUSD to be precise, which is good. So you are welcome, and I'll be explaining why I entered this trade, what made me enter this trade, and what made me went out of this trade. Alright, so you can just grab a couple of tips or ideas from it. Alright, so this is just it for it, and this is the trade I entered, my first trade of the week, and it played out pretty well. Yeah, it is what it is. So coming to why I entered this trade, right? On my 30 minutes time frame, I identified this market structural break, right? I identified this market structural break, and also price was selling down. Price was, after price was doing all this stuff, it was selling down. I knew that. Sorry about that. And I knew that if price is selling, there's going to be a time that is going to buy. So all I did was look for a market structural break, and I identified this zone to be my point of interest, because why? This zone lead to this break of market structure, and also give us some liquidity, left some liquidity here that price needs to take out, right? That price needs to take out, even if price is going to buy. So it made me know that, okay, if there is a liquidity above this point of interest, right? You want to know why this is a point of interest? That was when you need to get my course. So I knew that, okay, since there is a liquidity above this point of interest, this should be a valid zone or setup to trade. So what I did my markups, which is identifying my confluences, and they were all correct. So this is my breakout structure, this is my liquidity, the most important thing you need as an SMC trader, and also my point of interest. So that was how I entered the trade. And what I did was I set my pending limit, and I woke up and I realized that price has triggered me in the trade, and price is moving to my direction pretty well. So this is it. So this is when price actually triggered me. This particular zone is when price triggered me, and as you can see with a little drawdown. As you can see with a little drawdown, the price starts to go to our direction. And the reason why I went out of this trade from this particular zone is because price is trending down. So if we are trying to buy, you need to be careful and you need to be cautious of where you want to take out your profit from. If not, you end up seeing a loss. So you seeing a profit and end up losing that trade. So I marked this zone as the zone I want to take out my profit, because this particular zone actually led to an external breakout structure, which is this zone, and also has some liquidity. So I knew that okay, if price gets to this zone, there's going to be some reaction, which if I still want to hold, I will hold. But sometimes I just don't want to fight in the market. I just want to do my thing and get out. That was it. So I set my take profit. I identified this zone to be my zone where I want to take out my profit from. As you can see, price went there on how many hours. This trade got triggered around 2:50 a.m. That was when I entered this trade, right? 2:50 a.m. and it's played out around, get to our target around 8:20 a.m. So I entered this trade on Monday. So that was just it for it, and that's how the trade played out. And it's my first trade of the week. So let's just see how the rest of the week is going to look like. And that is it. It is what it is. So I believe you know why I entered this whole trade now, and that's it for it. So I might be putting the figures I made from this trade. I don't really think it's necessary. So if any photo pop on my screen now, so it's just the figures I made from the trade. That's about 1.1% R or 1.1% of my account. So, and it is what it is. So this is my GBP USD I'm actually looking at now to see if any good thing is going to happen, because price is now trending down. So if you are trying to buy now, I think you are looking for trouble. So this is my GBP USD trade chart, and price is selling from this zone, which is an MSS zone. You can see price give us MSS market structure, which means that the long time buy trend has ended, and shortings want to be happening, which is sales want to be happening. That's why this whole pattern formed. As you can see, price has tapped the first POI and it has sold massively. So let's just see what happens next. So I'll be selling from this zone if I see any reasonable liquidity here. if I see any reasonable liquidity here above below my POI, this is my point of interest, I'll be selling soon. Let's just see how it goes. I'll update you guys, but it's going to be on my next video. Alright, so this video is a long video, but it is what it is, and make sure you do well to subscribe to this channel for more forex videos like this, because you're always going to learn from all these videos. And thank you for watching my video, and see you in my next video. Bye.